Who is that? Get out of here!
Look at you big smackhead. Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Flame Reactions channel. Today we're on a new kind of video. Scary videos caught on ring cameras. I don't have a ring camera, but it is what it is. I'm just an old knock on the door and I'm like looking out the window like, who are you? What do you want? So, I can't relate, but I do want to get one at some point. But yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some creepy stuff, so without further ado, I suppose we just jump in and see who's ringing on the ding-ding and get to it. Alright, let's see who these creepy dudes are.
The man you're looking at is 56-year-old Stephen Groves. For 2 whole years, Groves has been harassing his disabled neighbor Stephen Persad and his caretakers. The harassment has been caught on Persad's Ring doorbell camera multiple times. In some clips, he's seen taking a screwdriver to the device, trying to clip its wires.
What? You're not very clever, are you, man?
In another clip, he's seen scrawling on the lens with a marker to no effect.
This guy's an idiot.
And in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or broom handle.
Changing the color doesn't work. This guy's stupid. Go away, you old fart! Right, hold on, right? Because in what universe have you, like, has this happened like 5 times and you've not called the police or gone out and kicked his ass? Like, bro, you can see in his eyes. If you look at his eyes, man, this guy has nothing in there. This guy, intentions? Evil. Evil. You know what? We're getting the hot on for this. We're getting the hot on for this. Ready to go X Games mode on this dude.
The reason behind the man's attacks on his neighbor's property are unknown. Over the past 6 months, Groves has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Persad, and has been put on a curfew and ordered to pay compensation for damages to Persad's property. Stephen Persad's niece is terrified for her uncle, having stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Groves may have intentions to harm her uncle. The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Groves is still harassing Persad.
But why?
On top of the restraining order, Groves has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year, and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation. Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court, and Groves has been convicted multiple times, leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot. The crazy can be seen in this.
Yo, what on earth? Please tell me someone was like, that was set up to like fall on him.
This has already been taken to court.
You deserve
Groves
that.
has been convicted multiple times, leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot.
I hope it snapped your spine, you
can
prick.
be seen in this man's eyes, and it's understandable for Persad and his niece to be losing sleep over this, as this is a clearly dangerous, unstable man who may escalate from just attacking.
I would literally just keep the camera and wait for him to run outside and just like bang with something.
Persad's property to actually attacking him.
This guy is, bro, you can see he's not even blinking. This dude is
nuts.
This
next video was recorded in an unknown area at a late hour in the night. 2 hooded, suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Nah.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
There's a light over there. What is wrong with people, dude? This world is disgraceful. Any of y'all out there watching this are one of them people that rock up on people with guns? Shame on you. You're a dirty just piece of shit. Don't think about it. Be a good human being, dude.
The man's first mistake is opening the door at this hour to 2 hooded individuals. being that his Ring camera would have allowed him to check who's at the door before opening it.
Sorry, second I see that the guy's pocket, nah, not answering.
Instead of opening the door, if he felt the need to respond to the people at his front door, he could have and should have used the voice feature on his Ring device to ask who they were and what they need. Instead, the man opens the door, and while admittedly he knew better than to agree to let them use a phone,
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
opening the door in the first place was a mistake, as the man in the yellow hoodie and mask took the opportunity to rush the door with a gun after taking one last look to the right to check for witnesses. Luckily, the homeowner slammed the door shut just in time, and the two would-be assailants fled the scene. In this case, the homeowner saved himself from robbery and danger just by the skin of his teeth, and hopefully learned to check who's at his door before answering. If you've seen any of my other videos about doorbell camera footage, then you'd know the importance of checking your surroundings before unlocking and opening your door, especially depending on the area in which you live. In this video taken by the Ring doorbell camera of TikToker Jojo Ramirez, you see just how close she and her child were from danger, and how the only thing between her and a creepy man was her front door, which she locked with only seconds to spare. Who is that? Get out of here.
Who is that? Get out of here!
Look at you, you big smackhead!
She then exclaims to her son, "There's a guy outside, look."
There's a guy outside! Ugh.
As Jojo shouts for him to leave, he backs up, but boldly continues firmly standing in front of the door with his haunting blank expression, not saying a word.
Looks like he's just done 10
The man
grams
came out of
meth.
nowhere so quickly that it could be that he was following them for
He's
a
walking
while,
with his hands behind
or
his back
perhaps
as well,
was
dude.
waiting for them to return.
What is wrong with people,
It's anybody's
man?
guess what would have happened if the door wasn't locked in time, but a pretty strong assumption would be the man was after Daniel, Jojo's young son.
Face, dude. Look at that face, dude. Look at the state of that face, bro. I'm straight up like, RKO. Him with a stone cold stunner. Nah, the real dude. Look at the state of that guy, bro. He's on like 50
This
grams
footage
of
was
meth a
viewer
day. Like,
submitted,
what?
and it was taken by their Ring doorbell in a nice, otherwise quiet neighborhood in the Netherlands. The viewer was in bed on an ordinary night when he heard noises on the roof. Thinking it could have been an animal, he ignored it and went to sleep. The next morning, this was the footage he found after seeing the notifications from his Ring doorbell from the night before.
Who are you?
In the video are 3, maybe 4 young men
Get off me
trespassing on his
fence!
property, 2 of them climbing the roof, while the other of the 3 who were visible, whispering to 1 or more people out of view of the
I
camera.
only see one. Oh, there's one. Stop scaling me out, you're not Spider-Man! They might be nicking, like stealing lead. Stealing lead. That's what I'm going for. They're stealing like lead off the roof or something. Happens a lot. Judging by
Luckily,
the
this was a cold night,
Looks
and
like
all the
England.
windows in the house were closed, because it was clear they were trying to burglarize the house when scratch marks were found on 2 of the upstairs windows, as if someone was attempting to lift them open. Given
I
that there
thought
were
it might
3
hit
or
the
4
roof.
of them, they could have posed a serious threat if they were to have entered the home. After viewing the video, the viewer made sure to keep his windows all locked the following nights, and a few nights later, he woke up to the sound of someone attempting to open a downstairs window, this time not caught by the Ring camera. The footage was submitted to the police in hopes that they could identify them based on their faces. I was asked to blur their faces by the viewer, just so that if any of the perpetrators were to see this video, they wouldn't come back to the house again for any type of revenge. This one is perhaps one of the simpler yet scarier
even blur
clips
the
caught by a
face, though.
doorbell camera, despite how quick
the
it
bottom
is.
guy.
Not many details are known, like where this took place, but this was uploaded by the neighbor of the owner of the Ring camera.
Am I faded?
In the video, we see in the dead of night a masked,
gun?
young-looking man approach the front door of a house with a gun in his hand, stand there for only a few seconds, clearly contemplating what he was about to do, then backing out probably in fear and leaving. The owner of the house didn't know who this was, but this was probably a person working up to an armed robbery, possibly having his sights specifically on this house. Of course, without all the details, that's just speculation.
Idiot.
And there could be a whole lot of other explanations as to what's going on here.
Anyone
However,
that rocks a gun
regardless,
and tries to
the
do
chances of
anything
this-
like that to hurt people, like that kind of stuff,
This guy or any other person
God,
with a gun
pussies.
coming back shouldn't be taken lightly, and that kind of footage should be submitted to the police immediately.
Alright, so it looks like people are just nuts with either guns, robberies, or they're just off the tits as crackheads and smackheads. So always check your Ring doorbell, folks. That's probably a good one. If you're like me, just give it a quick peek. and then, you know, deal with it how you want to. But dude, that's so weird. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare. Go check out his channel. Link in the description for the video, obviously. That was quite a cool video. Let me know in the comments what else you want to see. You want to see me react to? Quite frankly, that was like, I don't know. I enjoy that kind of stuff, like the creepy stuff caught on camera. However, the first one with the guy like trying to break the guy's ring camera and that, and having multiple attempts, you can see his empty soul. Like, if you ever, in all reality, if you ever deal with that situation, just call the police straight away. Don't even hesitate. Like, I don't understand why people hesitate with that. Clearly, the guy's not right. So either call the police and get it dealt with, or do something like similar. But I'm gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support recently. Don't forget to drop a sub and a like if you're new. It helps out a ton. And as always, I will catch you in the next video, and I'll see you then.